Hello everybody, welcome back to part 3. I apologize for the audio of the second video, so I fixed it again to make sure that this works. So, we left off with getting to the space elevator finished. We wanted to get it finished within that tier, but unfortunately that did not happen, so we're going to go ahead and do that in this part. So, from what I last remember, we were getting all of our materials and putting everything we need for here. So I did leave the game running a few minutes after recording the second part and before recording this third part here, but it doesn't really look like we got much, like any progress done, because I guess the power shut off. So we're going to go ahead and fix that. Is it the biomass burner or is it just in general? Yeah, it's the biomass burner. Okay, so let's go ahead and make some of the refuge there, or whatever you want to call it. Biomass. Okay, so let's make at least the biomass for wood. And then make some leaf biomass so we can get the machine going for a little bit. So I guess leaving it on for a few minutes didn't really do much. I was hoping it would do some stuff so we can go ahead and get most of this going, but I guess that didn't really happen. So I guess we'll have to live off of what we have here. Okay, so our capacity is 70 and our max consumption is 750. Okay, that's good. So since that was happening, that's gonna be a little pain, because that must have stopped like as soon as I ended the video. Unfortunate timing. Okay, so the one thing we were waiting for pipes to finish, which were 5, and then we had concrete coming in. Now I don't know if the copper wasn't doing anything. I don't think concrete was really doing anything either. Okay, so we got some concrete. Let's go ahead and put that into what we have of the collection of concrete. Not very much. We'll have to go mine some. I know copper wire is one of those things that will take a while, so we're going to go ahead and start mass producing that, because let's go ahead and get that out of the way while we're at it. So we can go ahead and get most of that process going. Because that's like the one thing we weren't focused too much on. We were focused on getting our supply of copper going and making our limestone source go in. So we didn't really get much done. So let's hope that we can get much more done this part. Because I would like to get more stuff done this part. Because it would be nice to have the space elevator up, so we can focus on building our base rather than having to worry about the elevator. I did say we'll get the elevator going. So let's hopefully get that at the beginning of this as soon as possible. So while we're sitting here making copper and all that kind of stuff, I'm waiting for like everybody else, because like everybody else has to be ready before we can fully start doing some group videos. I think things you can start looking forward towards is Among Us. There's also a Minecraft a realm thing that we're going to be doing that's basically similar to not similar to, but inspired by Hermitcraft and Dreams SMP, which is going to be pretty interesting to kind of do and get into. Probably Satisfactory is one of them, but once they've updated all the mods, then the others will be joining us, and we'll be creating a new world, I believe, because some mods aren't going to work anymore, so we have to recreate a new world. So that's going to be a different thing altogether. So I can't wait for any of that to actually happen, because that's probably going to be more funny and more interesting than me doing this gameplay. I'm just doing this gameplay because I'm warming up to the Satisfactory again, because they actually had a world before that they got to very far progress that I never got to yet. So I'm hoping with the mods we can get there quickly while being able to do extra stuff. They don't focus too much on doing well, at least a few of them don't focus too much on doing mods. So I'm hoping that we can increase our mods. I know there's three of us, maybe 4. I don't remember exactly, but we'll figure that out. But Minecraft and Among Us are definitely going to be those two main ones. That's definitely going to be with at least mostly everybody. Hopefully, that would be definitely a good thing to have going for everyone. Okay, so now we got almost enough, so we have to keep going. Keep stealing the copper from here. Keep grabbing this while we're doing all that. Because that's just filling up with copper. Copper seems to be coming in pretty quickly, so that's actually really good for us, because that means we'll get our copper done soon. So yeah, we need 5 rods, and then concrete is our main focus. after we get the wires going, because then we can go ahead and you start putting stuff towards the space elevator. What I might do at this point is I might just grab all those materials and throw my inventory so we can see how close we are without having to actually keep going into here. Okay, so we got enough. So we got enough iron plates. We still need 5 more rods. We'll go ahead and do that soon. While we're here, we might as well make some copper bars and turn it into there to get rid of the copper ore out of my inventory. So yeah, copper wire, it's getting pretty close. We're almost there. So we're not too far along there. We should be good. But yeah, the group ones I think is probably going to be like the most entertaining ones that we're going to be doing. Like everybody's going to be recording their own thing, but it's also a group thing. There'll be times like where some of us are playing while others are not. That happens usually. Hopefully in a multiplayer game we'll be more into that. And getting into that kind of stuff that makes it available for everyone. So yeah, there's a lot of future things happening. That's going to be happening soon with me and a few others. Now I'm not going to say who the others are yet because we're not at that point yet where we want to really give that information out until we have everybody ready. Because once everybody's ready and we all are set up and about to do the video, then we can definitely put together who we have, so you guys can actually see who you're going to expect. Now everyone else is not big as well. They're just like me. We just started. Usually, there's probably like maybe 3 of them that have YouTube videos already, but some of them are like a long time ago too. So those 3 are the same as me in that boat. So yeah, we're going to be getting into a lot of multiplayer games, so that's going to be really fun. A lot of multiplayer stuff is going to be a very big thing. Now, I don't know if emulators are actually going to be online, because I know you can do online capabilities with them, but I don't know if everyone else would do it based on just what they're using. So that all really depends on what they all have. So yeah, co-op thing is definitely going to be one of those things I'm going to be excited for. So I'm recording. I want to get a few hours of gameplay in, so I'm gonna be recording like a lot of the videos in one day, because then I can have those ready and set up for like the next couple of days. So I don't have to sit here and record every day. I'll have ready videos, so you don't have to worry about like, oh, is he gonna post the video today? Or no delay, no wait, no need for that. So you don't have to worry too much about that. I try to get that much. Satisfactory, since it's a pretty much complex, long game with a lot of stuff to do in it, it's going to be that thing where it's going to, every episode is going to be a long episode, right? And we want to make sure that we're doing as much as we can in an episode, because it doesn't really feel like we get much done. Now, a lot of people like to do co-op because you can get a lot more progress done within co-op. The thing about the co-op series is that, and about co-op games, is that when others record without you, and when they do their recording for the whole group videos, and you're not there, you're gonna have some missing content. That's fine. That's usually what happens, and I guess that's why you have others to go to for that, because you'll be able to be like, oh hey, this guy has a view why this YouTuber isn't making any video and hasn't had any videos of that aspect. Right. I'm very active when it comes to YouTube, so I will be very active when it comes to YouTube. So that's not really much of an issue for anything. Okay, so now the last thing we need is concrete. Okay, so let's hope that concrete is making it go by faster, because it's taking its sweet time. Oh, we essentially have enough. Nice. Okay, so we're going to go build our space station, but let's try to find somewhere far away from the base at least. Now, one thing I am going to really want to do at some point is destroy the space elevator in the future once you got a base built, so we can go ahead and throw that. There, some of it's loading in, so sorry, I apologize for the little lag there. Oh, someone sees me, and they're not happy to see me. Yeah, well, I'm not happy to see you either, but here you are. Okay, so that's that. That looks like, is that water over there? Because if that's water, that would be a perfect resource for our stuff. Oh, it is. Nice. That would be perfect for getting out. Wait, no, that's not water. That's the white grid appearing in it. The grid makes it look like it had water for a second. So I was like, oh, water's nearby. I think there's actually another source of water, maybe over there somewhere. And actually, it is close by. I'm not exactly sure. I can't guarantee because I don't know the answer to that. Okay, so we're probably gonna build our space elevator here. Let's pull one of these away one at a time, so I'm not losing too much health. Ow. Will you stop attacking me and just let me attack you? Thank you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some food. We're actually not. Yeah, we'll just do it anyway. No, Discord's going off. Give me a second. I guess I have to mute that. I guess I forgot that it was unmuted. I apologize. There we go. Now that's off, so that should be fine. It usually enables streamer mode, so let's hopefully that enables streamer mode. And I don't want to fight you. I literally just talked about how I don't have the health to fight you. Well, actually, you're probably stuck there anyway, so. What, you're gonna run away? Okay, run over there then. I didn't like you either. Jerk. Anyway, let's go ahead and build a space elevator over here. Try to get out of the way of and get away from. Okay, so you say the floor is too steep, but it doesn't feel steep to me. Okay, are you gonna place and like somewhere, or are you gonna be a pain in my butt? Thank you. There we go. Now we got it going. Man, now that took a long time. I can't believe it took us that long to actually get that going. But now that we got that going, now here it comes. I love how there's the sirens, like there's like it's about to be an immediate danger, but it's literally just that falling in. Well, not even falling in, is literally just falling down. Well, that's done. Now we should have access to other tiers. Okay, what do you have for me? You need that? That's gonna take us a little while. We don't even have a complete base yet. But now we should have access to the next couple tiers, so we can go ahead and try to get the MAM there. Yeah, the MAM, so we can do some research on these guys to get some power cores to make things faster. So go ahead and grab one of these already. That would be the one we'll use for research. I don't think I've seen any yellow slugs anywhere yet. Okay, so let's avoid all of that. No, I don't believe I put on the mod that makes it so then you don't get hurt by gas. I hope I didn't though. You're stuck, buddy. Because like you are not shooting at me. You're shooting into nothing. Tricks on you. You aren't doing nothing. So is that looks like more no, just some limestone. I thought it was like maybe another limestone deposit. That would have been nice because that means we would have 3 times the amount of limestone coming in, considering that we don't have much of that limestone to begin with. But now that we got the base, in, well, not the base. I mean, now that we can actually start making some, we got the next tiers available, right? Or do we not have available yet until we upgrade the space station? I can't remember. It's been a while since I played this, so we'll have to definitely take a look at that. Okay, yeah, so we still need to get those upgrades going. We'll get that at some point. That can wait. We got expanded walls. We got a bunch of this stuff. One of the things we can do, maybe geo, but we might have to wait for that. Tier 2. Now, I didn't check if any. I think I checked all this, see if any of this stuff was free. I think I already checked all of it, and most of it is. None of it is. Yeah, none of it is. Oh, I have to go through all of here back here. Whoops. Okay, so we don't have that. We don't have assets. Okay, so that's the sink right there. So that's the one thing we need to do. First, let's get the MAM, whoever that is. I can't remember if that's maybe. Oh, there's the awesome sink. Let's go ahead and get that because that actually will give us access to power cores and a bunch of other stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and use that. Okay, that one's already done. Let's go check our rods to see if we have a good amount of rods. Yeah, we have a good amount of rods. Okay, so we got that done. Now we gotta wait for concrete again, and we have to wait for copper wire. Which isn't too bad, because we can go ahead and use most of this stuff anyway. So copper wire actually doesn't seem like it's going to take that long. I don't know about concrete. We're probably going to wait a while for concrete, because I want to really get some base building done. So we're not going to really focus much on getting this milestone done. We'll get a base so we can create a functioning like system over here. So it's not a bunch of like a mess, because that looks all like a mess. And I don't like that. That's a mess. Okay, so now we have the regular foundations. We can go ahead and use those instead of the concrete ones, because the concrete ones I'm going to use for the walls. So we're going to go ahead and remove some of these here. Now, one thing I'm actually going to do before we continue is I'm going to put one on top of here, because I need to make sure that it's a bit higher, because it being this high, it makes it so that the grass is poking through, and I don't really like that kind of. So we're gonna make sure we cover up that whole glass part. Let's go ahead and try to pick up these here. I don't want those to be sticking through, and I can probably pick them right through the wall on the ground anyway, so I'm not too worried about those. Okay, so the smallest one we did was that. I don't want it to be like that. There we go. Okay, so we can go ahead and get rid of that now. Let's go ahead and start building some of this stuff here. Let's set this here to 1 to replace that one. We'll do ramps, so we can go ahead and put a ramp down there as well. Okay, so we're all good now. That's good. Let's get some base going. So it's so nice now having a bunch, like a platform now. Like, I'm gonna expand it a bit until we get enough first before we really do anything. Now, do we have access to the big platform, the big foundations yet? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, upside down foundations. We got normal foundations. Yeah, we don't have. I don't think we have access to that yet. Yeah, because we got the frames. We got concrete, which is our glass, which is what our frames are for. Logistics, storage, our lookout tower, which we'll never really use. Any decoration. We'll build my name. We'll also build the giant Satisfactory as well, because we're going to start using that as the thumb and start pulling that out as a thumbnail instead of using just the same one over and over again. Yeah, so that looks like we got a lot here. And now we can build the space elevator too, which I guess consumes power. That one isn't. That one's just as expensive as the space elevator. So I'm not gonna do that for a while, because that just would take way too long for us. Alright, this is like right there. I can grab two. Okay, so let's continue building the base. Try to expand the base here. There we go. So now we got a nice beginner platform. So we'll come back and work on that once we get to that point. We're cutting at 20 minutes. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy about that. That's not too bad. Okay, so now that we got our base and we got the space elevator going, we can actually officially start getting this stuff done. Let's go ahead and check on the copper wire. Once the copper wire is like fully done, we'll go into it. Looks like we need more power, right? Yep. Okay, so that's almost out of power. That's almost out of power, so we need to make sure we fill that soon. This is definitely going to be out of power. Okay, so let's go ahead and make some more materials then, because that should be our next step here. Now, just give me a second. I'm just doing some. Okay, dokie. Now that we got our base platform started, let's make some more of this biomass so we can go ahead and get those going again. Okay, so we should have enough to keep all three of them running for a while. So this is going to take a second. It shouldn't take too long. Try to get this biomass made, get that power going again so we can get resources coming in. So yeah, it's kind of a slow-paced game. It is pretty slow. That's why the recordings are long. Like normally people wouldn't record this many, but that depends on what they're doing. And since I'm doing actual gameplay, it's pretty a long video. So I apologize if it's too long or there's any issues with it. I try my best. Not the greatest at this, but that's what we're working on. Okay, so now that we got enough stuff for power, let's go ahead and start filling up our power gauges here, because we are running low on power. Go ahead and just get all this filled up. There we go. Let's go ahead and fill that up and pull the fuse. Now that should be going. I guess I didn't realize it stopped. So we probably didn't get much concrete in here now. Yeah, no, we didn't get much concrete in these. That's fine. So the one I don't think I got yet, the logistics that I would like to get, is the splitter, the multi-splitters. Actually, we don't even have enough materials really to feed the sink anyway, so I'm gonna actually switch to milestone, because we're not ready for that actually. Kind of think about it, we're not ready for the sink unless we have like a full resource section going in or coming in, so we don't have to worry about that. I don't think there's really anything else of the main priority that we can really. Okay, so this is the biggest small walls. Oh, so this is the big foundations as well. That's what we're gonna want. A mini dispenser, item dispenser, big bus, power, item hopper, biomass burner Mark II, efforts of War 3, space market tier 2, which we don't have space market even built yet, stackable assembler, which will allow us to stack machines. We got the better vehicles, which means we'll get crates that have better storage in it. So that's definitely going to be a good thing. So I'm just taking a look at all this, because sometimes I think things are added to it, but really there isn't. So we can go ahead and do that, but we can't even search for them yet. Yeah, expanded walls, we get field research. Oh, that's actually what we need. So let's go ahead and do the field research then, because that's what we need done here. Well, those materials are ready for when we do want to do the sink, so that's a setup. So that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and just take those 3. Okay, so let's start mass producing copper wire. We can only make 200. That's fine. Okay, so we can get the sphere research. We can get the power researcher, or the MAM, so we can research the slugs, so we can actually use them to make overclocking, so we can make machines work faster, because that's definitely going to help us in our speed. It's going to use a lot of power, so we're definitely going to need to get that Mark II power fuel thing, or whatever you want to call it. I forget the name of it already. We're going to need to make sure we get that. So we almost essentially have enough. I don't think I have materials to make any copper. No, I don't. Okay, so screws should be easy to do because we got pipes being manufactured here. So that's not too bad. Let's grab these iron plates here. Okay, let's make some screws here. We need 300, which that gives us 300, past 300, so that's good. So that's a good amount of resources then. We have the plates, so I'm not worried about that. Copper wire would be the next one, which we only need 39 of that, so that's not bad. And the MAM is going to be nice because there's going to probably be a lot of research stuff on it now that I have like a lot of the mods enabled. So that's definitely going to be a crazy thing to have done. Get that going and all that kind of stuff. The screws sitting here taking a while, or you have screws taking forever. So I'm probably going to try to do some funny things there and then to try to see what kind of clicks in, what doesn't click in. One thing I like to do is actually voices. I'm good at doing like different voices as well. So I can do voices on top of things, which is pretty funny. But yeah, I'll also get into that at some point. I'm not going to do that right now. Okay, so we got enough screws, we got enough that, we got enough everything. Okay, so let's get this MAM going. So we can officially start research. Okay, so that would return in 3 minutes. We have 27 minutes, so that's pretty good. Thank you. We don't need to hear that. We already know. Okay, so we can build this, but we need to make reinforced plates. Which we can do that once we make some more screws. But let's get the pipes first, because that's definitely going to be one of those first. Okay, so let's go ahead and add that to pin that so we can keep track of what we need. So we need to make reinforced plates. So we should keep making screws until we have enough reinforced plates. Yeah, 5 there. Slowly but surely, slowly but surely. Okay, so we got 5 there now, so let's go ahead and make those 5. We need to make some more copper, and we need more cable. Okay, so in general, we're going to have to get more cable, or more copper wire, I mean. Because either way, that's the main thing we need here. Okay, so we have enough copper wire, but that's still not going to be enough. Let's go steal some of this ingots, and let's go ahead and start making some copper iron. Yeah, I don't know why I call it copper wire. It's just wire, but just because it's copper. Okay, copper wire. So if you're wondering why I'm calling copper wire, a habit, very big habit of mine. Okay, we're good. So now we can get the MAM gone. We can go ahead and just stick that right here. No, that's not what I wanted. So let's go ahead and remove that now that we know we have enough. I don't know what's enroaching. Oh, this conveyor right here, maybe. There we go. There, now we get the research. So we got a bunch of this one. We got the holiday event thing there too, so that's good. Unknown metal, which is more ore, I believe. Like crystallite, chemical, fungus, unknown metal. Ooh, that's a lot going to be doing. This stuff, we're not going to have any of that for a while. So power slugs is definitely what we want to do. Let's go ahead and start research of that one. Thank you. We can go ahead and do the research of this one. Traditional mixture. Flower petals. We can do flower petals. We can also do this. Yeah, we can do this as well. So we'll be able to turn that into biomass soon. That's good. Okay, so the next step is to do this. So we require copper, wire, and pipes, and bars, or rods. Rods. Okay. Now let's go get some copper wire, which we should have enough here. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and upgrade the overclocking, so we can have overclocking available. Because that'll be done 3 minutes. What can we do that will be less than 3 minutes? Nothing else really, so let's get that done then. Might as well do it. Okay, so that research is going. We can go ahead and select the next milestone. Logistics is probably one way we're going to want to do because of that conveyor lift. Power assembly, we're going to want to do that so we can make the other things soon. We can go ahead and make fast stuff now. Yeah, I'm not worried about obstacle clearing. Actually, this one gives us big platforms and walls, but it requires 1,000 concrete, which we definitely do not have. So we need to get this first one here because we don't even have those parts yet. Okay. So we need a lot of copper rods. We need a lot. Okay, so plates is pretty easy because that actually gets produced pretty quickly, so that's not too bad. Rods can take its time. Okay, so that's researching. We're going to go ahead and grab this one here. Go ahead and start getting that machines going. Oh, whoops, I kind of got stuck there. Crouch jump. There we go. Oops, I mean to pull that open. Take the concrete from that one to the concrete from that one. So it looks like we're starting to reach our limit here on our length of this episode. So that's not too bad. That's pretty good because that means we got a lot done this time. We got the space elevator, we got some milestones, and we got research going. We'll end it off once we get the research done because it'll be done in 3 minutes anyway. So that's not too bad. Okay, so we didn't leave anything in there. We still need all the things from this stuff here. Let's see how many rods we got made here. Okay, so that's going to take a while, so we're going to go ahead and just grab that. We're going to sit here and grab, like, there we go. Now you don't have to sit there pushing it out. And then we'll go ahead and craft this on rods here. So yeah, we got a lot of progress done. I'm pretty happy about that. It's better than I expected. I thought we'd probably be a while. I'm probably still struggling with the space elevator, but now that that's built, that's done with. So that's not too bad. That's pretty good. So yeah, we're sitting here crafting a bunch of rods because it needs quite a bit of rods. That should be enough now. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to put it in that. I meant to put it in the hub. There we go. That one's almost done. Okay, so we're definitely going to need a lot of rods again. A lot of that going. Yeah, so we're going to use it to make cable. But we're still going to need a lot of cable, so I'm not worried about that. Check on that, ma'am. 1:30 seconds, not too bad. Go ahead and grab this here. So let's grab the concrete out of that. Not iron, concrete iron ore. There's no ingots in there, so that's not too bad. Okay, so let's go ahead and start making some rods, because now that our rods are done, we just make screws. I don't know if this will be enough for screws. We'll have to see. Close. Not there, but close. That's pretty good. Okay, I'm going to steal all the iron off this thing. We're also going to steal all the iron in. Oh no, it doesn't even have a lot of iron in here. You would think it would, considering that was full. Guess not. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish making these rods so we make enough screws. Let's check the MAM here. 20 seconds. We'll finish making the rods here too. Well, I mean screws here, because that's also going to take a few seconds as well. So the MAM can wait. Ending the video will be here in a second. Thank you. So I guess they added like a notification thing that'll let you know that the MAM research is complete, because before it didn't give you notifications. So therefore you had to either go to it in that time period or you had to wait. I mean, not wait. I mean, you would have to like go to it and check it every so often, or you would never know. As long as you keep track of time, it shouldn't be much of an issue. Okay, so before we continue, how many cables would we get? 72? So yeah, we still need to make quite a bit of wire. So we need 200, that's not 200. Close to 200, that's not going to be enough to. Maybe kind of close, maybe we'll be cutting it kind of close. Because that's 72 times 2, with the amount of wire I already have, then plus the 145, that makes 2 of 72, and then a little extra over. So that won't be enough, but it'll be very close. Frame the screws here. So yeah, we'll finish making these screws here, and then we'll end it off here. Actually, we'll get this milestone done, and then we'll end it off. We'll cut a few extra minutes into the recording, because it'll be a while before we upload. Because it'll be a while before we have to really worry about too much stuff. Because we get that stuff done now, it's pretty much over with. Okay, so we won't be able to make enough cable, but pretty close though, like really, really close. So that's actually pretty good. So what's that, 114, 116? Yeah, we got basically a quarter to that point, and now we have enough for cable. Let's go ahead and make this cable now, which shouldn't take too long because it's like an instant build or Instacraft. Taking its time, Almost there. It feels like forever because of how long it takes. Sometimes you have to take like ghost moments, like stop speaking for a minute, just kind of sit here and wait. Because sometimes you don't always necessarily have something always to say. Oh, my keyboard was glitching there for a second. Okay, so we finished that milestone. Perfect. so Ada will talk to us. We don't need to worry about that. Anyway, so we got this milestone done. We got a few milestones done. We got the space elevator done, so that's good. We still got a lot to do, especially building our factory when the concrete part time comes in. We'll try to get the bigger pieces done so we can actually start making those things. Anyway, guys, I hope you liked this episode, and I'll see you all next time.